right, it looks like we are showing as live. Let me just check to see how it looks on Facebook, to see if it works today in Facebook. Yeah, today is working in Facebook. In the Facebook group, you should be able to see me now. So if you have any comments and you're in the Facebook group, hang on, we've got a new member request while we're here. Let me just approve them. Okay, let me just check the Facebook page to make sure that that is coming through on the live, because I need everybody to get this information. Yep, we're coming through on that. And finally, we're just going to check the YouTube channel to make sure we're coming through on that. So just give me 1 second. I do have updates for you in terms of where we are with Tiny Brander and recovering from the attack. So just give me 1 second. Live. Okay, yeah, that looks like it is us. Okay, good. We are live. Okay, once again, guys, for everybody that's new, that has just joined Tiny Brander, thank you. Thank you for joining, and I apologize. It's not something that is I like to have to do, but we've been experiencing an unprecedented issue this week. Tiny Brander was created, by the way, actually launched. It's been created a lot longer, but it launched about 18 months ago. And we've had zero downtime, maybe half an hour here or there, but like literally zero downtime in terms of like a SaaS platform until this week, when we were hit with a giant cyber attack. And it has disabled some things in the app. So we are working to fix that. I just wanted to apologize to everybody who's new, who's just joined, because we had a lot of people sign up this week. I apologize. This is not how I expect Tiny Brander to run. It shouldn't be what you expect from Tiny Brander. You should demand and expect a lot more. And we are doing everything we can to get back up and running as soon as possible. So let me explain, first of all, what happened. And after speaking with the server techs and particularly a security expert team that we hired overnight, it becomes, when I explain it, you'll understand why this has been so difficult. Okay, so first of all, we take backups every day, okay, of everything, to ensure that if anything ever happens, all of your stuff is safe and we can bring it back online. And most worst case scenarios, you've got a small amount of adjusting to do to be back where you were when something happened. Okay, so we do that every day. What has happened recently, and this is completely new to us and to the security people and to the server team, is that the malicious hackers, and we don't know why they're doing it, they think we're a smaller cog in a much bigger plan. They're using our server to do things that we don't quite know what they're doing, but it's not. And that's, to let you guys know, your credit card details, we don't hold them. We don't have anything like that. You don't have any worry or risk about any of your personal data being exploited. We just don't have it, so they can't get access to anything. The only thing they could get access to is the images and stuff you've uploaded to Tiny Brander to sell your supplements. So that is the only thing that is there. So personally, you don't have any risk from this. Just wanted to make that clear from the start. But they're using our bandwidth, our platform, to either send emails or do something else to grow their network of hacks. We don't see the big picture, but we're a small cog in it. But what they've started doing, because they know that the longer they get out of a platform like ours, the better for them, the easier it is for them. When they put their code and when they put their malicious code into a system like ours, they don't have it deployed. What essentially they do is they stick it in something like a Trojan horse, a hidden file that is innocuous and does nothing. It does absolutely nothing, and they leave it there for 2 weeks, and then it activates. And then it causes problems like we've experienced: downtime, things not working in the app, breakages, just general problems that are a headache. So we see these problems, we say no problem, we will get rid of that malicious file by going back to the backup. So we go back to the backup, and unfortunately, of course, the backup contains the hidden malicious file, which when you reinstall, deploys immediately. So what we were finding happening was that we would have we would restore a clean, what we thought was a clean backup, and within minutes the site was hacked again, and we couldn't figure out what was going on because we closed up all kind of points of entry. And anyway, it turns out that this is what they are doing. They are leaving this file, and so it gets embedded into the backups. So yesterday, this is what we had to do. And this was not ideal. We had to go right the way back and search through every backup to find a completely clean backup without any one of these hidden files in it, which we did. Unfortunately, that was right at the beginning of the month, end of last month, actually, until we found a completely clean file. Okay, so that's a problem because you guys, we've been, number one, we've been making updates to the app, making new developments, improving the app. And then on top of that, you guys have been doing your work. You've been uploading images. You've been, editing the websites. You've been doing all sorts of manner of work within Tiny Brander, which would have all been lost. Okay, so here's what we did yesterday. We do have the backups from more recently, of course, but they've got this malicious file in. But yesterday we ran a test where we uploaded the old files, the ones with a clean backup in. We got a specialist security company in to scan the entire lines of code, hundreds of thousands of lines of code, remove anything they found malicious, and restore it to full action, which they did. Okay, so this morning we then had to, in the process of doing that and it beefing up security and all that kind of good stuff, we had to rewrite thousands of lines of code, which we did this morning. Okay, so we're in a position now where there's still some breakages. Don't get me wrong. There are still some things that aren't working as we want them to. So we are not back at 100%. That is exactly where we are right now. But what we want to do is save you guys a metric ton of work, and we want to try to get, because the effects security company scrubbed the data and the files so well on the clean backup. What we wanted to do is give them a shot to try to get rid of one of the dirty backups, which contains all of the most recent updates that you guys have done. Because if we don't do this, a lot of you are going to have a lot of work to do, and we definitely don't want that to happen. We want you guys to have the simplest transition possible into working with Tiny Brander again. Okay? So right now what's happening is we are reinstalling a backup from, let me just check that I'm giving you the right data, from 2 days ago. Okay, 18th. That is what we are installing. Okay, and you haven't been able to do anything since the 18th because the site's been down. Okay, so that is what we're trying to do. Reinstall that backup. That should be completed around about 1:30 p.m. today. Okay, once I get the word that that backup is completed, that restore is completed from that backup, I'm then going to get the security company to come in again, scrub that version of Tiny Brander, and with luck, our fingers crossed and our toes crossed, that will resolve all of the problems. We will have to do a little bit more work after that, but it takes about 2 or 3 hours for them to do the scrubbing. So I'm looking right now at later on tonight, maybe tomorrow morning. Hopefully, we will have everything back online. Okay, it's kind of partially back online now, but if you try to do something now, there's a reinstall happening. So you might end up losing some changes. So I don't want you to do anything. Do me a favor and just, again, and I know I said this yesterday, please have patience. Just bear with us. We won't be much longer. We're getting very, very close. And worst case scenario, if this doesn't work, we can revert back to what we did this morning. And yes, you will have some work to do. I apologize. As I said yesterday, we will find a way to recompense you for this. We're not going to be down for much longer. We're making strides towards getting to where we need to be. And all I can do is apologize from the bottom of my heart. I said it yesterday. This happens to every online company. Okay? Every single person gets attacked. Now, obviously, it's not what we want. We're beefing up security. We're doing everything we can to make sure this doesn't happen again. I'm in constant contact with our server technicians, and it may be that once we get this fixed, there may be some other downtimes coming up where we have to upgrade into different servers to protect you further. But that should only ever be for very short periods of time. Maybe an hour here, an hour there, and they will be pre-warned to you. We'll end up doing them in the middle of the night so that they don't affect you. Okay, so I just wanted to get all of this out there so that you guys know what the situation is. For all the new users, this is very unusual. We've not had a situation like this before. For all the old users, you know that we've had ups and small little hiccups before, and we've always resolved them. This is no different. It's just a bigger problem to solve. We solve problems. We don't run away from them. We're here for the long haul. So I just wanted to reassure everybody of that. And beyond that, just have a little bit more patience with us. We will be back up and running very shortly. As I said, worst case scenario, if this doesn't work, and I have every reason to believe it will based on what I saw yesterday. If this doesn't work for any reason, we can go back to what we did as of this morning, and it will just mean that some of you have got some updates to do. We've got some updates to do, and I apologize for that. But we're shoring up our defenses to make sure this can never, ever happen again. So just wanted to let you know that we will be, I will give you an update again later on this evening through one of these lives again. I'll give you another update to let you know what the situation is, how the restore went, how the scrubbing is going. And I'll fill you in later on this evening about that. I have another meeting at 3 o'clock this afternoon. So it'll probably be late on this evening when I end up doing the next live. But the team is working round the clock to fix this for you, and we won't be much longer. We're getting very, very close. Thanks for bearing with us. Thanks for the trust you've given Tiny Brander, and we'll be back really soon. I promise you that. I'll speak to you later. Bye-bye.